man is weak. We need a fitness guru stat.
JaxBlade.
Hey dudes and dudettes, your friendly neighbor JaxBlade is back, and because Nanami's brolicness got y'all thirsty, I had to do a new Tough Like the Toons, and I got you. And since y'all really like the in-depth format I started doing with Tough Like the Toons with my Toji one, we're just going to copy that exact format. So let's see where you are starting at right now. And what I mean by that is, what is your current body type? Are you thin? Are you on the heavier side? Are you skinny fat? Are you built fat? Are you lean? And what are you trying to do? Because the character and their energy is basically a brick wall. Like we saw Nanami in season 1. Our boy put on some substantial gains since then. And so we want to get you built for form-fitting suits, those slutty forearms your girl wishes would twist her hair up and just be like, yeah, you dirty little girl. Yeah, I know a lot of y'all getting that feeling, so don't even try to deny it. I know. And your girls watching this too are like, oh yeah, I want him to. So I got you. Or boyfriend or non-binary partner. I don't care. I don't judge. So here's the beauty of this. We're going to get you strong, durable, and make you look good in a suit. And the beauty is you don't have to be mega cut for this. Like if you have a flat stomach and wear a form-fitting suit and like your muscles are, you know, on point, like just, you know, rippling in a certain way, it's gonna work. But again, like I mentioned before, depending on where you're starting at, you gotta set realistic expectations, because again, some people can reach body types faster than others. Some people, it'll take them 12 weeks. Some people will take a year. Some people will take longer. Some people will never get that physique. And the point is not for you to ever give up on yourself, all right? Because some people will get in their heads and be like, oh, I'm really trying so hard, and they'll starve and do all this other stuff. I talked about this really in depth in my Toji video, so I don't want to just repeat all the stuff I'm saying here, but it's important for you to set realistic expectations. Now, the beautiful thing is Nanami isn't like something unrealistic, like say a Baki character, right? He's just like a tall, fit, built guy. Now, depending on your body type, you could probably rock that pretty well, or depending on your certain body type, it may not be that exact thing, but you can get close to it and like work to get better. And again, it's nothing that has to go like, oh, I need steroids for this. No, 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 F that. Because again, mental health and all that stuff is like so important to me on this journey of self-improvement. And I know you can do this. All it takes is for you to go, I'm aiming to get better, and even if I don't reach that goal, I'll be surprised at how far I went when I was like training. So don't give up on yourself, you got this, but again, set realistic expectations. Now, Nanami, as you see, is very functional, but also very aesthetic in that suit. So looking at him, these are, in my personal opinion, exercises I would use to help build those body parts so that you can really like look great in a suit. So we're starting off with a good old barbell bench press, though realistically, I think a dumbbell bench press works just as well, because like, as a matter of fact, I actually prefer dumbbell bench press to barbell bench press, but barbell just has that really potent ability to build such raw strength and such like great muscle mass with it. But again, you can use dumbbell bench press as well, but it's just like a great powerful exercise for your chest, your triceps, and the front part of your shoulder. And then of course we got to throw in plyometric push-ups, because we see Nanami can box you up. Nanami, when he hits, it is powerful. One of the best exercises you can do if you've ever taken a boxing or MMA class is good old-fashioned plyometric push-ups. So you can do claps with them, you can do just regular plyometric push-ups, but this is helping you to build that fast twitch muscle fiber so you can pop faster and stuff like that, and just help build that explosive energy so you can like, you know, do more if you're like doing punches and stuff like that. And then next, of course, we gotta throw in wrist curls and reverse wrist curls, because all these exercises do is really help build the forearm, really help do it. And another thing that not a lot of people talk about with wrist curls and reverse wrist curls is not only does it make your forearms like more aesthetic, so you get like, you know, that good like thing going on for yourself, they also help prevent certain injuries. Like if you ever had golfer's elbow or tennis elbow, that's when you have a pain in the inner part of your elbow or the outer part of your elbow. These done consistently can actually help prevent that from happening altogether. So if you've ever been to physical therapy, those are some of the first exercises they make you do. If you actually start implementing them into your routine, you'll actually notice that like, oh, those exercises, I don't feel this area flare up as much as they did before. So that is a very important thing. So not only are they great for building up the strength in the wrist and building the forearms, they're phenomenal at helping you to prehab and prevent anything from going on there. Next, good old-fashioned reverse curls. All right, so you know this is just a standard barbell curl or a reverse easy bar curl, whatever you want to do. You can even use dumbbells if you want. And then all you're going to do is do a curl and then just flip the hands. Flip the hands so you're just really focusing on the forearms, really focusing on the forearms. This is great at building the biceps, great for building the forearms, great for increasing strength, and great for increasing other certain attributes that you can get just to make your arms stronger, which goes perfectly in line with this next exercise, good old-fashioned towel grip chin-ups. Now, I like towel grip chin-ups because like they're just not only phenomenal exercise for just, you know, building the forearms, but they also help increase your grip strength. And one of the things you start to notice in life when you're just doing a bunch of like functional stuff is just how important your grip is. Like there are so many different things where you're like, oh, I never realized how important grip is. Like if you have a weak grip, then it's like, oh, my strength is nerfed so badly. So good old-fashioned towel grip chin-ups. Now, if you're not strong enough to do towel grip chin-ups as well, this is going to build your back as well. You can do standard wide grip chin-ups just to get that wide back he's got going on, but also you could do pull downs. Again, I love pull downs. I think pull downs are great at just like stimulating the muscle fiber. Again, I will say this, if you're trying to specifically get growth in the muscle, like just strictly hypertrophy, I think lat pull downs can be superior to pull-ups in that way for that. But pull-ups just absolute king when it comes to functional and building mass. So keep that in mind. Next, because he's a businessman, you know I got to throw in some suitcase carries, aka single arm farmer's walks. These are great for stabilizing the core, great for working your legs, and great at building your grip strength as well. You're just going to go walk back and forth to an area. So for example, if you have like a track, you could do like, you know, 30 yards there, 30 yards back, and then just get further and back, or just, you know, do amount of steps. So you could do like 1, 2, 3, 4, about 30 steps there and back with it, and then you just switch arms and then do the other side. I love these. And then trap bar deadlifts, like all these exercises I'm utilizing are stuff that's going to help build your grip strength, which is also just going to help make those forearms really veiny. So like when your partner sees you and you grab them by the hair, whatever they have, it's just like, oh damn girl, yeah, damn, whatever. All right, so this is what's helping you. Deadlifts are also phenomenal exercise, building your power, building all these different muscles, building that glute muscle, building the back, all this, just building just such a king exercise, such a king exercise. I talked about it more in depth in my Toji one. And then of course, my personal favorite squat is the front squat. You can do it with a barbell. You can do it with 2 dumbbells. I personally like doing 2 dumbbells because it's a great way to make your core stabilize. And when you go up and down, it really just works. And you're just like, oh God, I'm feeling my core work, but I'm also feeling my legs get stronger. I'm also feeling all this extra balance happening with myself. So definitely love doing the front squat. And of course, we'll throw in not only the rear delts machine, but good old face pulls, just because you really want to build that strong upper back. And when you have a strong upper back, it just makes your body look so much better when you're wearing form-fitting clothes and stuff like that, because it's just like, oh wow, look at that. But it's also keeping your shoulders safe. The most important thing to me is your health and safety. And so not only is it helping you get stronger, it's also helping you to keep your shoulders safe. So keep that in mind when you're doing it. And then of course, I'm going to throw in some good old shrugs, like a good old barbell shrug or a good old dumbbell shrug, whatever you prefer doing. A machine shrug as well. Again, really focus, push those shoulders back and squeeze. It's going to help build those traps. And again, when you build the traps, the shoulders and the back is going to just make you look so much more, you know, full. And speaking of shoulders, we're going to straight into military press. Again, you can use a barbell, which I think just helps build that really powerful mass and strength, but also you can just use dumbbells as well. You can use good old dumbbells if you want. I prefer dumbbells because of my shoulder injury I got back in 2013. It allows me to just get myself in the perfect lane of movement where I can go up and down without any issues. And a barbell works super well, as I always will tell you right now. And again, choose your weight, choose properly. That's the key thing. But all these are just going to help you build yourself up. So when you wear a suit and you roll up the sleeves, you're going to look freaking dope. Now, cardio wise, I would actually recommend doing, you know, boxing. All right, because we see how powerful his punches are when he lays them out. It's just so satisfying. So in addition to, you know, doing your daily walks, I would aim to get 10 to 15,000 steps again per day. I just think that is very universal for a lot of people out there who are healthy, who can just, you know, get a bunch of steps in. That is just a quick way to burn off excess fat without like raising your appetite to a point where it's like, oh, I'm like completely gassed throughout my day. And another thing, boxing is just a phenomenal exercise for, like Nanami, you saw him like tank attack. Now you won't obviously be able to like tank being sliced or something like that because it's anime, of course, but it does help durability. And I can tell you for this, if for all my people out there who've done boxing and MMA, you know this first and foremost. When you start training, all right, and you get used to like sparring with different people, you notice if you like spar with someone who is not trained, or like, you know, get into an altercation with someone who's not trained, which again, don't try to like start fights if you can, like, you know, always stay safe. But like if it happens, it happens. You notice that this person hitting you, before you started boxing class, it would have been like, oh man, that hurt and left a bruise. And while I can still like, you know, knock you on your ass and like, you know, leave a bruise, it's nowhere near as devastating as it once was, because you've been training with people who actually know how to hit. So when you train with people who actually know how to fight, and they like pepper you up again, like, you know, not hardcore every single day, like, because that's just going to lead to CTE, but like, you know, you get into like a sparring routine, and then you go, and then sometimes you know, go hard, sometimes you don't, sometimes you're just doing that. You start to pick up like certain things of like, oh, this person hits hard as hell, and then when you hit by someone outside of it, it's just like, okay, what was that? All my boxing and MMA people can back me up on that. But another thing Nanami does is like, he has that sword which he uses with his cursed energy, and weapons training is so incredibly potent at just helping you to get in shape if you're doing it properly with a proper instructor, or like if you have like, you know, a safe weapon to practice with, like a kendo stick, and then you like, you know, you do follow alongs on YouTube or anything like that. Because I did a weapons training video when I did my Ninja Turtles, how the Ninja Turtles training works in real life. Check it out if you want to after this. But like, training with those weapons is just so exhausting. And so if you have like a sensei, a coach who can actually teach you how to utilize them, it makes sense even more why Nanami looks so good, because if he's training with that freaking sword, or not training with it necessarily, but like, you know, slashing it around consistently, it does so much at just helping you to like maneuver your body, work your core, and just like, you know, hit muscles in a way that they've never been hit before. So that is a fun way to like experiment with your training if you've ever tried that. So I highly, highly, highly recommend checking it out, or just, you know, getting a stick in the backyard and swinging around, see how that feels for like after 30 minutes. But again, nothing serious. Don't take actual weapons, because like that's just gonna end up. Now for the actual Tough Like the Toons, this is how I would personally model it. Again, it doesn't have to be something you follow to a T. You could just be like, oh, I like these exercises, and then you can implement them into your own routine. That's completely fine and fair. This is just something of how I would go about like making a routine if I want to like look good in a suit like Nanami does, and then also be like super durable and just strong and like a thick boy, you know what I mean? So just like before, I'm just gonna, you know, take this out for y'all, and I'll put it probably in a drive that you can get, and then just look at the description box in a bit, like I'll probably add it there. But again, I'm a big fan of that Menser style of intensity over too much volume for muscle growth and strength, where you're really just focusing on key lifts and getting stronger at those key lifts, and then you're not going excessively to the gym so you don't fry your central nervous system a lot. I found this very beneficial. I found my clients found it very beneficial as well. And again, like, everyone has a different body type, so if you're more a person who's like into high volume and stuff like that, okay, cool. Just take what you need to. This doesn't have to be the end all be all program. I never want people to think like that, because the thing about fitness is it's very fluid. We get into this mindset that like, oh, it has to be this way, and if you're not part of iTribe, then you're doing it wrong. And it's just like, no, that's some bullshit. All right, like, you got to find your own path, you got to find your own way, you got to find what works best for you, and then, you know, utilize and adapt. All right, because so many people are just afraid to test their body and see what they want to accomplish. But like, no, you got this. I have nothing but faith in you. It's all about self-improvement, it's about challenging yourself, and it's about getting stronger and being the best you can be. And I know for a fact you can do it, so don't beat yourself up. You got this. All right, so again, I like the Menser style of intensity. And then what we'll do is just, you know, 2 warm-up sets, 2 sets, 30 reps with light weights. You just get your light weights, do them, and warm up. And then, of course, you know, you can use a 10-minute warm-up on the elliptical to get blood flow everywhere. And then work sets, like I said before with the Toji one. I won't go as in-depth with this one unless y'all want me to. Just leave some feedback down in the comment section below. I love it because it lets me grow, and I like to help y'all out. And I just want to, you know, have fun with these certain things too. Nothing too serious, but just, you know, have fun with it. And I say 3 to 4 sets of 6 to 12 reps, meaning when you hit 6 to 12 reps, you can do no more with good form. Meaning that when you get to 6, 7 should be impossible. When you get to 12, 13 should be impossible. You are really trying to train that muscle to get stronger and grow for you, right? You're really trying to push it there. Okay, of course, staying safe, focus on what you can do. But again, like, I just want to keep that out there for y'all so you keep improving. Okay? and then progressively increasing the weight gradually, and then rest 3 minutes between sets, have that longer rest period of time, and then also days between work weightlifting days. I would recommend like a good 24-hour rest in between days, just so you don't fry your central nervous system. That was something that happened to me a lot when I used to go 6 days straight. I would just always be like, I can't sleep at night, as I've talked about before. Tons of stuff on this channel, so be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon and all that stuff so you don't miss an update. But yeah, that's something that affected me. And so if I was going to go about this program, you know, barbell bench press, like I said before, weighted towel grip chin-ups. It doesn't have to be weighted towel grip specifically, but you know, towel grip chin-ups or weighted chin-ups or lat pull downs, completely fair. Start where you need to. We're all on our fitness journey to start somewhere. All right, then plyometric push-ups, supersetted with diamond push-ups. This was something I picked up from a calisthenic friend. Again, this wouldn't be the 6 to 12 rep range because people, when they do calisthenics, are grossly different. Some people can do 30 clap push-ups with no issue. Some people can barely do 5, all right? So start where you can go to no more with good form. That's all I want you to do, no more with good form. And then once you finish those plyo push-ups, you go right into diamond push-ups and really like fry those triceps. Like I did this with some calisthenic friends when we were at the park and it burned like crazy. Like my triceps were aching for like a couple days. So you got this. Remember, I believe in you. Then we got reverse curls and then cable rows, or you can choose what type of row you want. You can do a barbell row or incline dumbbell row or a T-bar row, whatever you feel comfortable with doing. I just like that variety of just hitting the back and really getting those rows in. And then for day 2 and day 4, or you can just do day 2 again, you can hit the 3 days a week as long as you're going hardcore intense. That's what I want you to do. Let me put in the freaking legs, excuse me for a second, I forgot front squat, so let me add that right there. And so what we're going to do is trap bar deadlift, suitcase carry, single arm farmer's walk, shrugs, calf raises, front squat, and then you can finish off with a weighted core circuit. I have a weighted core circuit on my channel. It only takes 10 minutes. It's a great little fun workout. It's helped hundreds of people so far. Just, you do it at the gym, you'll have a great time, and you'll build some of those stone abs like Nanami. But again, you don't have to be super cut because all we're trying to do is make you look good and in a form-fitted suit. So don't forget that. All right, and then we're going to day 3, military press. Build the shoulders, build the triceps, get some power, some strength going for you. You can do it seated, you can do it standing, whatever you prefer. Some barbell rows, overhead tricep extension. You can use dumbbells or you can use a rope machine if you want to, like a cable extension, and do the ropes. And then of course face pulls and some wrist curls. And so for your cardiovascular health, you can do these on your off days from lifting. I wouldn't recommend doing back to back because it's a good way to like fry central nervous system unless you know you want to. Again, everyone's different. You do what you feel comfortable with. And I would recommend you know doing boxing on those days. Again, if you want durability, you have to spar. You don't have to spar hard, but you do have to spar to like get down certain things for that. But if not, completely fine, you know, just do what you got to do, punch the heavy bag, shadow box, you know, jump rope, do some follow along, stuff like that. And then same goes with sword training. Make sure you have a teacher if that's what you want to do, but something you can always do is just walk 10 to 15,000 steps daily. Okay, boom. After that, you know, mobility health, same as before. And then diet-wise, again, download MyFitnessPal, and then aim to get 0.82 grams to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight daily. Drink about 10 to 12 cups of water daily because hydration is important. And then, you know, if you don't know if you want to bulk, cut, or recomp, just watch my video here. Should help you choose like what path you want to go down. And after that, here we go. Boom, 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 boom. Yep, diet. Is your diet helping you or hurting you? And that is how I would schedule the program. But again, it's not set in stone. You choose whatever you want. You can utilize, you know, your own routine and be like, okay, I'm going to take this and utilize this or do whatever. Like, that is completely fine. Just do the best of your ability. That's all I want you to do is focus on your self-improvement because I know you can do it. Don't let anyone get in your head. Just focus on improving steadily and you'll just rock it. I have nothing but faith in you. If you made it this far in the video, type in Nanami Thirst down below. Lets me see who watched all the way through. And again, if you have any recommendations for Tough Like the Toons, you can always request them on my Patreon. Thank you so much to all the people who've been like following me recently. I just added some new rewards for people out there who are interested. But also I got a ton of like actual programs as well with like meal plans and diet plans and all that stuff that are fully things like this is just a workout that I would do. Like again, see what works best for you. It doesn't have to be exactly that or something like that. But again, just do your best. I have nothing but faith in you, and as long as you strive to improve, you can make some great results for yourself, right? Never let anyone talk down to you or say like, oh, this is impossible or something like that. There's some things that are just, you know, not probable, but like, again, as long as you are doing your best, then all that means is you're improving in life. So never forget that. I'm proud of you. You got this. And remember, like I always say, keep calm, booyah on, and don't forget, Momentai. Hope you have a great October. Again, I'm still working on the other stuff. I got a lot of fun stuff coming, so stay tuned. To my patrons, Jermic, Samurai Girl, Paige, Femto, Yapu, Rex Ashcraft, Travis Eavs, Alex, Sir Candace, Damien the Human, Apterin, Abs M. Rice, Angel Espat, Katrin Eads Thompson, Zufar Ahmed Riez, Jalen Williams, Rob Thomas, John Paul Meyer, Legally Sane, Taylor Merrington, my father, Earl Benjamin, Ethan Chan, Perry Miguel, and Derek Kuntz. Thank you for your added support. All of you are super. Just saying.